Like when I'm putting them on, like sometimes I fuck up, like my hand be shaky or something, and then I'll get like eyelash glue like on my eyelid, and then I try to wipe it away, and now it's on my fingers. So maybe I put too much glue, and now the glue is like running from the what is that? The strip down onto the lash and making them like clumpy. I'm not the best at applying false eyelashes, which is a lot of times why I don't do it.
It comes with time.
Same.
I considered getting lash extensions, but I feel like them motherfuckers are too much for me. I wear glasses, and I don't like when they be rubbing up against the inside of my glasses.
Yeah.
Then I gotta wear contacts, and now I'm touching my eyeball again. And we've already proven I'm not good at touching my eyeball.
Well, you can always get those the eyelash pins. It's like it's the eyeliner with the glue in it. That's what I use. Yeah.
Okay, so I've done the magnetic ones where there's like the magnetic stuff in there, but those aren't always the best, and sometimes the little magnets fall off. But you saying that there is a liner glue.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about that because I'm okay with putting on eyeliner. It's weird because I can draw. I know I can draw a line, but we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of drawing, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Senpai Frennns. I believe this is number 4. But check the description to make sure I'm correct. And I have some amazing friends with me today. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. Both my friends is wearing these wonderful colors today.
It's your girl SDTrinity. Leader of the Squirtle Squad, gang.
What's up, everybody? You already know it's Bunnymightgameu.
And we have my artist friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
And I am LeftHanded.One, aka Left-Handed Wonder, aka no, I don't really have that many AKAs.
You
call me Left.
About AKAs, like what would mine be? I don't never have no great belief.
I'll make one up by the end of this. I got you.
I appreciate that. So we came to talk about a couple of things. It's Aries season, and shout out to all my Aries out there. That's why we're here today to talk about it. I'm an Aries. My birthday is April 15th, and then we have Left here. I don't know if you want to share your birthday.
March 31st, yeah.
And
well, happy belated birthday.
March Aries.
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much.
Happy belated.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah, my 20-somethings is over. I just turned 30, so yeah.
Well, welcome to the club, first and foremost, and welcome to not giving
thank
a fuck.
Right. You think you don't give a fuck before you're 30, but something else happens after you turn 30 where you really just stop giving a fuck. Like they just peel away all the layers of fucks. They go away. So whatever you thought you didn't give a fuck about, watch you power up. Yeah, so we got March Aries and we got April Aries in the house. What are your guys' signs, Bunny and Trin?
Well, I'm not an Aries, but I am a fire sign. I'm a Sagittarius.
Hey.
She's a Sagittarius.
I love Sagittarius.
We love the Sags.
And I'm a Scorpio. Woo! A November Scorpio. I just realized how there's differences in the signs within them signs. I'm like, great. I'm gonna learn a lot today.
Oh man, but I love me a Scorpio too. We're children of Mars, so both of our astrology signs are ruled by the same planet. So we're siblings in another way.
Yay!
I have a Scorpio sister, and like your energy always reminds me of her, Trin.
Aww. Don't make me cry, because I'll be like,
no, it's too early for that.
I'll be emotional and shut down.
So something about Aries, and for those of you guys who don't know, Aries is the first sign out of the 12 zodiac signs. So it represents the beginning or the start. It's also like spring. Spring starts during the Aries season, so it's the beginning of being fresh and being renewed. Have you guys been experiencing any renewal in your like personal lives recently?
I think for me, it's watching you guys. A lot of y'all are feeling yourself a little more lately. I've been watching y'all on the timeline, on TikTok, on Twitch, and the one thing I will say that kicked in, I feel like y'all was on some, that energy people be talking about you give on New Year, New Me? Y'all been giving that lately, and I'm with the shit. So I'm respecting the Aries season.
All right, so you
I like the energy.
The energy, feeling the energy.
It's
giving renewal.
It's giving y'all was on some New Year, New Me. Yeah. And I'm all right. Give it. I'm liking the timeline. Have you been seeing less? You've been seeing the way they've been giving it, the way they've been giving it all.
Oh, I see. I've been seeing.
It's giving New Year, New Me energy, and I'm here for it. And I love to see it.
Aww,
thank you.
It's too emotional right now. I can't.
You guys,
right?
You already told me I was gonna need tissues for this.
Give me the juice.
I didn't bring my tissues.
We're not about to cry in here. We're not doing it. Moving on. Trin, what new things have you been feeling a new wave or a new rush recently?
Actually I have, especially with my Twitch. I've been gunning really hard on it. I'm not fully set on a schedule yet because due to outside circumstances, but
life be lifing.
Like I said, I'm faking it till I make it. And not last night, because last night I just hopped on for whatever, but the night before it hit me. I was like, I'm really out here starting to pull a little bit of numbers. This feels great. And it's because I have been really working hard towards it. So the giveaway was awesome. And then last night I started streaming at midnight or something crazy. And people were there. I was like, why y'all here? Go to bed. There's 10 people. I'm like, please go to sleep. Don't be up because of me. But it's nice to see that I was like, okay, no, I'm really putting effort into this now, and it's starting to show. So that's what I'm doing right now, I guess.
That's what's up. That's good to hear. And I'm glad that you say, you're putting in the effort and you're working towards it, because that's one of the Aries traits, to be determined. To be determined and courageous, confident, enthusiastic, honest, optimistic, and passionate. Those are all Aries
big on the
traits
passion.
And named as strengths. Yes, big on the passion. Sometimes our passion scares people.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Sometimes it's why are you on 10? Because I live on 10.
Come on, man. You talk about some passion, you got it. You're supposed to be like this all the time, oh, yes, that's great. It's amazing. No. Now I'll be like, what?
Believe it or not, everybody's got a role to play. Everybody's got their own part to play, their role to fulfill. And we do have placements that will end up affecting you that way. Even a passionate Aries has their moment, and might give you a little Mr. Roboto and clear-eyed voice. It's just, you can't always suggest that because someone is passionate as an Aries, that you'd always be expecting the Aries to be the same type of passionate all the time. Because don't catch an Aries when they're indifferent. Because you bet your sweet ass, they're indifferent with a passion. And you might get something worse than that. You might get like the most dry petty labelle. It's just overwhelmingly.
You just like, I just got too many flashbacks.
I feel it with my soul. Like they will pierce your soul. So it's with a passion, indifferent, and it's like, so you got placements when the Aries, when the planets be planeting for an Aries. Ooh, it's just like you gotta really watch out. It's not. It hurts.
It's funny because you guys both of y'all went.
All right, because there's some things about us that is true that'd be a little, But for the most part, we're Aries are amazing. Okay, listen, this year I'm not gonna lie. The past couple of years actually, I don't know what it is, but every time somebody talks about Aries, it's never anything good. It's never the good stuff. It's always bad, and they're like, "Oh, we need meetings for Aries." Like, they're always doing something to us, and I'm like, "Can we get some love out here? Can we get some love?"
Support group. Have you been in contact with an Aries recently?
Said you can get money.
You deserve compensation.
Yeah. I'm like, that ain't right. That ain't right.
But here's the thing, like the whole passionately indifferent thing that Bunny was talking about, right? We have our points. Everybody does. But that's not most of our personality. It's really a small portion of our personality, but even when we're doing nothing, we're doing it with flair. So it's very noticeable. So if we don't give a fuck, it's very noticeable that we don't give a fuck. We're not quietly not giving a fuck. We're very much not giving a fuck. And I don't know if you can be quiet and not give a fuck at the same time and be so loud about it, but it's what we do. It's
in between out here. Which one you want?
Oh man, but that's not where we like to live. That's not where we like to stay. We don't like, feeling yucky or sad. We don't like. I mean, if we're indifferent, it's because we don't care. I don't think, for me, that doesn't weigh a whole lot. Like, if I don't care, I just don't care. It's not swaying my emotions either way. But when we're not feeling great, when we're not being our best selves, we're usually not happy about it either. So everybody's not happy, which is probably a common thing. If the Aries in your life isn't happy, you're probably not happy either.
I think the audacity that you find, and I want to talk about audacity in Aries placement, and then traits.
Hold on, but before you continue, can we just explain placements? Because when we're talking about Aries, we're speaking specifically right now about our sun signs. But what else is there when you talk about placements?
Well, because when you're thinking about the reason why you or Left are even mentioning what it is to be I am an Aries. Aries relates to the placement within the quadrant in the sky, in our universe, where the constellation that is shaped like this particular iconic symbol, right, is positioned. And so everything in relation to that location, a constellation in the middle of the sky and the green grass all around. No, but you know what I'm saying? So, the purpose of
I know that song.
There was a whole, but when you relate to that, right? It's the sun was in the sky placement on that side of the earth. So when you were born, that's where the sun was at. So let's just start there. But there are other things besides you. It's not all about you, baby. And as hard as it is for each of us to resonate with that part of the sky, it doesn't belong to the person who is an Aries. So I want for everybody to watch this or listen or both and remember that just because you are not an Aries doesn't mean it doesn't have shit to do with you. you bet your ass you're going to have to deal with Aries energy. And you might have some Aries energy placed on you too. So let's just say we're pivoting, moving along from the sun, where it was placed in the sky when you were born. The moon was somewhere, Venus was somewhere, Mars was somewhere, Jupiter, Mercury, Mother Nine planets, the rest of them. They all have placements in relation to where Aries energy is emitting from. Because these stars is where there's gases, and this constellation do shit. This constellation do what it do. So this energy is touching everything. Everybody got a little bit of that energy. But what people fail to remember, it's not about you. It's about where you place while that energy is coming in the direct location where you at, where you were born, the time, the place on, the map. And Aries energy is so distinct that if the sun, which is the most powerful of the planets, is in that sign, it affects you most, because the sun is a constellation of all constellation of constellation. So energy goes where the most powerful energy flows. And if your moon is in the energy of Aries, because the moon was placed in that part in the quadrant of the sky, then you might be a Scorpio sun and an Aries moon, dependent on the placement. Then maybe you might be a Sagittarius sun, right? And an Aries moon, or, Aries Jupiter, Aries Venus, Aries Mars. But the necessity for people to obsess with this one position in the sky with just the sun, and that's where and I only identify with that, is a little bit it's on the primitive side. You'd have to, it's very superficial. You would have to dive deeper and see also, is your mom an Aries? How does that affect you? Is your dad, and just all these, and who in your life do you gravitate towards, and are they mutable cardinal signs, cardinal signs with relation to Aries energy. But when you have different signs that I could say, the energy that comes from a placement in Aries is a very intense energy. So it's intensely whatever the intention is.
Intense for real. And so just for those out there who may not know, Bunny gave the overview of what it means to have placements during different months or during different signs. And so when you think about your placements, a lot of people like to talk about big three. So your big three would be your sun, your moon, and then your rising. So it's where the planets that influence your energy the most, or where those planets influence you in relation to those three things. And when you talk about it, right, your sun sign is was where the sun was at. When you talk about the moon sign, you think about your moon influences where your emotions are, your emotional state. And then your rising sign, it influences how you appear on the outside, how you show up in the world. Do you guys know what your big threes are? Mine, I'm an Aries sun. I am a Cancer moon, which is a water sign. And then I am a Libra rising, and that's an air sign. So I'm a little balanced.
I'm trying to find my chart right now, but okay. I know I had a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff in Pisces.
Oh, that's amazing. That's very dreamy.
You're on the first, no, you're close to Pisces, but you're not on the border. Border of Pisces is like the 20th.
My signs are Sagittarius sun, Virgo moon, and Virgo rising. A lot of Virgo placements.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I don't think I know my rising. I think mine was, I don't remember my rising, but I am, because I found the chart that Bunny.
You have it? Good.
I still have it. I kept it. So it's Sun, Scorpio, Pluto, Scorpio, and I don't know my rising. I'll figure it out. But I'm like, that's a lot of Scorpio going on in there.
Did it say what your moon is?
Scorpio.
Oh, you're.
Oh, sorry. No, the moon is Libra. Sorry, moon is Libra. There we go.
Libra.
Yeah. So
You guys
Sun and moon is Scorpio, Libra, moon.
I love the Libra I love me a good Libra placement, because a Libra with Libra placement is like, it be smooth, it be like white creamy gravy, like, bitch. You know I'm the sauce. Anybody that got a little bit of Libra placement got the sauce, and it's creamy.
Hey. Hey.
And its country is
Come and get this.
It's smothered in country. But you notice, like, people with Libra places, you cannot get over it. You just be like, so it's like that Rihanna meme. Anybody with a Libra place be like,
Oh,
I mean,
I will say I love me a Libra. I'm a fire sign, and fire signs have a tendency to mix well with air signs. Some combinations are better than others. But when I talk about that, I say that mostly from personal experience. I'm sure that I've read, that those signs naturally complement each other. And if you think about it, fire needs air to burn, but when there is a lot of air, right, it can make the fire burn bigger, which can be in control or out of control. But I think about that in terms of my personal relationships, because I've always used astrology as a way to sort of navigate relationships with other people, and to really understand, especially now that I've gotten older, because a young Aries sometimes is very immature, doesn't pay attention a lot to interpersonal relationships. But as I've gotten older, I've used it in order to understand how my energy interacts with other people, so that I can try and be sensitive to that, but also understand like how I'm going to affect somebody else. And so I've noticed throughout life, there have been different signs that I interact with the most or the best. And then some signs where we don't click at all. We don't function. We're not in the same space. Like, up until like the last 4 or 5 years of my life, I didn't know any Capricorns. And it's just because our energies they weren't doing the same things to be in the same places to interact. It's not that I didn't like Capricorn people, but I don't have Capricorn friends, never really dated a Capricorn, because we just don't be on the same shit. Tons of Leos, tons of Sagittarius, tons of Geminis. Those are the people I click with a lot. And then everybody else is like somewhere in between. Have you guys found that you like lean towards certain signs more than others?
Yeah.
Yep.
For me,
yeah,
it's Libras. For some, it's a lot of Scorpios. They just pop up. I just be like, where you come from? So it's Libras, Scorpios.
It matches that Aries.
A lot of Capricorns. Yeah, a lot of Capricorns though. I don't know what's going on with that. A lot of Capricorns.
They like the tactics.
Yeah.
Them Capricorns want somebody to yell at the server.
Listen, my sister is a Capricorn, so the only thing is with me and Capricorns, it's always gonna be at some point we're gonna be like this.
Yeah.
But I see it as like when it comes to the signs, even though like I research certain signs and see what they're like and stuff like that, I still be like, you know what, I'm still going to try to get to know this person just trying to get to know this person. So that's where I usually go. I'll be like, oh, find out later that you're like a Scorpio, or it's not like off a rip type thing,
For sure.
So.
And that's usually how I come about. I'll be like, getting into or getting to know somebody, or finding that we're like really fast friends, and then I'd be like, hey, what sign are you? And it always be like the same few.
That was me and you.
That absolutely happened with us. I was like, wait. What's this energy?
Because I'm like, I remember I saw one podcast that you guys did, and I'm just looking at Jigs, and like her energy is just like, I'm like, okay, like I really like her energy. So I hit her up, and I'm just like, we're just chatting it up, and then we figure out that we're both Aries. I'm like, this is why. Okay. The energy, it was like everything she was saying was like she was damn near just taking it out of my brain, and I'm like, okay, makes sense.
You're like, did we just become best friends?
Yep. That's exactly.
That's literally a text.
That means. I'm pretty sure we sent that meme.
And I'm like, yeah, I think so. That's it.
The clip, we locked in like Legos, just like bing, bing. And that thing about you said about taking it like right out of your brain, that happens a lot with me and you, and I think it happens a lot when people of the same signs like interact, and a lot of that can be because you just move in similar ways, and so you don't even have to really explain like why you made a certain choice or why you did something, or explain your perspective, because we're usually looking at something from the same perspective.
Right.
That makes sense. I think I don't know, maybe it's just me, because everybody's different, but like I feel like a lot of signs do attract themselves to me anyways, and I think it's because we're like mysterious and shit, and it's like because we in the background observing every fucking thing, like, all right, bet I remember that, all right, I know how you roll over there, all right, cool, and I can not necessarily like mold myself to be in that same space, but then there is that like you said, that same energy, because a lot of my exes are Scorpios anyway, so it's like we just click already. But I think that's what it is. Like I think it's just like I'm always in the background. I remember everything because I just have like CIA type of status brain and then all that shit. But like I remember telling you, Jiggly, I was like, what's up with her? Because you were coming at me real hard, and not in a bad way. It was just like, I like you, you're really cool, and I was like, hold up. Let me do my investigative work. Let me take out my notes. Let me see what's going on here. Like, you know what I mean? And then I figured out, I was like, oh, okay, she cool though. Okay, but it is like on 10 all the time. And I don't have a problem with it, because if you're on 10, then I could be back here on 1 and things will still balance out at some point. So I guess that's just me, but
that happens with me a lot with Scorpios. We're like I said, we're children of Mars, so we're kindred. We're ruled by the same planet, and I think that causes us to recognize each other's energy, but it doesn't express itself the same way. Like you said, you're in the background, pay attention to everything, and we might be, loud and out front, but we're still paying attention to everything. Believe me, paying attention to everything. But I find that happens with me and Scorpios a lot, where I come out on 10 and they're just like, wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because first of all, no. Immediately no. And then like you said, you get your
yeah, I'm taking notes back here. I'm like, okay, cool.
I find that Scorpios either fuck with me or they really don't, and it has a lot to do with, like you said, you guys' mystery and the secrecy, and
I think there's so many attributes that you guys like about it. Being an Aries, a methodic, strategic, tactical, for lack of better words, but like there's a reason why Aries is the god of war, right? The methodicism, the practicality of strategizing. It draws the Aries to be around the Scorpio because of that. because what better, plot to go to war with than a secret, not always for bad, because people think Scorpio and they think secret, bad, lie. No, it's also, I don't want evil eye on my shit, so I'm just not going to tell nobody so I can get my new car, so I can buy my new house, so I can get my credit together. Fuck you mean? I'm trying to make partner. I'm already doing affiliate things. What you talking about? And it doesn't mean that you are being secretive as a Scorpio to be negative and manipulative. Sometimes it's because just that evil eye energy is just not what you're trying to fuck with. Right. And I find that the Aries strategy, the Aries God of War, fucking 48 laws of power type of energy that y'all really be strategizing for whatever reason, it's attracting to you to be around a Scorpio, because it gives you a chance to do all that, because now you got to figure it all out.
Yep. And that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
Never goes well with Scorpios for me, though. Well, relationship-wise. Oh. Try 3. 3, I'm out. I'm good.
Dang. That's like... But it's the same thing with Jiggly. Like, we were just talking about it last time, how you had asked for my help on my detective work. And you're like, how'd you do that? And I'm like, it's just up here. I'm telling you, it's just up here. Like, it's just in my nature to be like, all right, boom, 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 boom. Here's your report, girl. Go do what you want to go do with it. Yada, yada, yada. And it all worked out, because also with your, because you were also saying how you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna do it. And it's like, all right, bet. Tell me what happens though. You know what I mean? Because I'm taking information at this point. So you're out there, like you said, in the forefront on 10, doing whatever it is, and I'm in the back recording it. I'm a little like court recorder person, just like that, and then I report it back. I'm like, all right, this happened. But then it also works out for the both of us, because you're like, I found this out, and I'm like, well, in the back, I found out this, and then we put it together, and we're like,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes. The best partner to go to war with.
I got all the back info.
Bunny, how about you? Do you
back.
find that you interact with certain signs?
I think for me, I've got hella Virgo and Sagittarius placements. There's a lot of really just being so mutable. I'm not a cardinal sign. I'm very shape-shifty. And, not to say that I'm contradicting or hypocritical, but I just don't give enough of a shit to have anything against any sign. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with all of the shit.
Yeah.
When a Pisces wants to take 5 cat naps, I'm there. I'm cheering you on. I'm like, yeah, Pisces, take a nap. It's inspiration before perspiration, dude. And when you want to be with the shits, like, whatever. When you want to be with the shits, I'm welcoming of that too. But I do feel like because I am a mutable sign, and I have, I relate so well to other signs. I find that I'm more of either the peacemaker, like I'm more of a catalyst than I could bargain for, because while I am a mutable sign and I am bendable, I'm still a fire sign. So it's like, I can really calm the mood down, or we can all fucking fight. Like, let's just relax.
Y'all want to chill or y'all want to fight? What's up?
So it's a very interesting filling up of the spaces.
Speaking of fight, that's one of the myths or untruths about Aries, I'll say, is that we like to fight. We're aggressive, impulsive, short-tempered, impatient, and moody. Yeah, I will say that I agree with these, but you have to understand that, like, it's not about everything.
Right.
Yes, that's what people need to understand
about everything. We're not short-tempered about everything. We might be aggressive about everything. We're not impulsive about everything.
I think other people find you to be impulsive when in actuality you really planned it out. It was all planned out. Don't get mad because an Aries can plan what you do in 3 months, in 3 minutes.
Yes. Right. And see, that's what it is. I thought about it, but I thought about the factors that I'm concerned about, not the factors that you're concerned about.
Right.
90% of what you're concerned about, I don't care. I care about this, this, and this. And have I planned through this, this, and this? Yes, I have. There I go. And so that may appear short or impulsive, but I have given it thought. I do not leap without looking or thinking or calculating. Just do it really fast.
And better than everyone else.
I'm on the opposite of that because I have a lot of times where I'll be like, I won't think about it because sometimes I can be an overthinker and I'll overthink something and I won't end up doing something. So sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And I just go for it. And whatever happens, happens. That's my motto. Whatever happens, happens at that point. On my spike shit. So, but, and it sometimes it works out for the best. Sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like that's life, So it's like, it's either do you want to do this or not?
Right.
And that's usually how I go about things most of the time. Because I psych myself out. I hate when I do that.
Yo, I don't think any of us like it when we psych ourselves out.
Bunny knows I do it all the time.
It's like,
it's crazy.
You guys are so similar.
Like, even when I started my art and posting it on Instagram and stuff, at first I didn't want to. Like, it was not a thing. It was not a thing in my head. Everybody kept pushing it. They were like, yo, why don't you put this online? Why don't you sell it? Why don't you do this? And I'm like, I don't think nobody's gonna mess with this. Like, the stuff that I draw is kind of wild sometimes. And then I'm like, One day I was like, you know what? Stop overthinking it. Post it. And I started posting and people started like actually liking my stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. And then from there, it just gradually got to like, now I'm, selling artwork and getting artwork to people that I didn't even know I was going to be in contact with and stuff like that. So it's like, it's interesting.
One of those times where going for it really worked out.
Yeah,
because I got 2 of your pieces and I'm waiting on the third. I got
it's
2
coming.
of your pieces already. If you guys have not already, please go follow Left-Handed.One and check out his art because it's dope.
I literally have one piece over here and I have another piece over by my fireplace. So just so you know.
Yo, Bunny, I got to get you some work too, because they got work. I got to get you some too.
All I got is Mini Bunny's art. If you guys know, Trin knows about it. Jade, you do too. All the gang. My kid, she's like one of those that she's constantly doodling. She's a big fan. So definitely send whatever you want to send over. She's done all this kind of, So
okay.
It's fun. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Send me anything your way. I don't even like. I'm with it. I'm with all the shit. I love what you got in your background. Do you guys see this?
I've been peeping all the stuff in the back. Right? I'm like, yo.
I love your.
Now this is not all me, but these are just a lot of artists that I mess with.
Your taste is really bold. I love that.
That part. But that one is you, right? The one at the bottom, Sonic and
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's me. I got this put on a canvas. I did this digitally, but I printed it out on a canvas. But yeah, a lot of these artists up here. You said what?
Merch coming soon.
Oh yes. I got a couple things cooking up. I just can't speak on it right now. I don't want to I don't want to mess it up.
So much fun.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
It's like word on the streets.
Hey, but I recognize two of those back there. The Samurai Champloo, and is that the Boondocks My Hero?
Yes.
Yeah. So those are the ones we got when we were at Anime NYC, right?
Oh yeah, the 30-minute trying to figure out which posters we wanted at one place.
We spent so much time at this one art booth.
It was too much good.
Art by Q, art by Clinton.
I'm not even sure right now.
It was the black artist. That's the important part. We got a couple of posters.
Mind you,
there,
all these are black artists too. That
for sure. We love that. We love that. We spent a whole lot of time at that one booth, looking through all of them. And you know what? I think I gotta double back and get that Storm. The Storm was the one I left on the table, and I took two other ones. I'm gonna have to go back and get that one because I think about it still, which means I won't see it. But for those of y'all who don't know, I went to Anime NYC last year in November, and the Left-Handed-One was my shepherd and tour guide around New York. We had a great time wilding out doing Aries shit. It was really fun. He made fun of me for running from the rats. Yeah.
That was hilarious. I forget because, you know, when you're in the city all the time, well, when you're in the city, you see these shits all the time running around. It's like, all right, I gotta go this place. You know,
wait till you see the raccoon. She's like, what you gonna do when you see the daddy raccoon? Daddy coon. Yeah.
I done seen raccoons too. I definitely go to the opposite side of the street, but I don't be like screaming or anything.
No, I screamed and I ran. There was one rat and I screamed and I ran. And bruh, when I tell
there was only one direction. There was only one direction we could walk, and that was the way that the rat went. She was like that. Like,
we went all the way. First of all, okay, let me back it all the way up because now I have to talk about the whole night. So we went out to Times Square. I never been, like, this is my first trip to New York. So we went to Times Square. We walked up past, what was that historic theater?
You talking about the one with
Times Square,
Harry,
on the way there.
With where they play Harry Potter all the freaking time?
Maybe, I don't know. But we walked past
I don't know what it's called.
historic theater.
Is it the Winter Garden Theater?
Mm.
Winter Garden Theater, or
it's across the street from this barbecue spot. Some famous barbecue spot.
In Harlem?
No, this was in Manhattan.
Downtown in Times Square?
42nd Street. Nah, it's not even across the street. It's like up the block a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like a little bit. Shit, how could I explain this?
There's so many theaters, and you know what? I'm ashamed to say I'm a New Yorker, but I don't be going to the theater like that.
That's okay. Anyway, we was walking up past this theater. It was really cool. I got pictures of it, but later. And then we hit Times Square, and I was just like in awe, like I'm sure all people are when they first go to Times Square. She's like, I see this shit on TV, and it's all.
She had like that anime twinkle in her eyes and everything. I was just looking at her like, I'm like, this is really how people feel when they come up in here. Okay,
yes.
All right, I'm gonna let you do your thing, take your pictures. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Trent, did you feel like that when you went to Times Square?
When Bunny took me, first of all, Bunny was an amazing guide, by the way. When we went, we didn't go like deep into Times Square because we were like trying to see everything in the short amount of time I was there. But I was doing the same. I was like, wow, look how big everything is. This is cool. Look at that. There's a lot of people here. This is wild. Like, I was like, I know there's people everywhere. But I said it to Bunny, and I'm gonna say it to everybody here. You don't realize how many people are in the world until you leave your spot. So like leaving, I'm in Arizona, going there, I was like, whoa, there's like 5 times the amount of people here that I'm used to seeing. You know what I mean? This is crazy. And every shop had every kind of culture and everything. I was just like, oh, I want to get everything. You know what I mean? But it was the same exact thing. Times Square, you see the big old, and I was just like, whoa, this is
Did you
wild.
did you go to the
like, and she's like,
did you go to the red steps?
Whatever, like. I felt so dumb. I was like, oh, my bad, you know, because just like you see, like, this is what you guys are like excited about. I was like, yeah, we don't have this here. You know what I mean?
Did you guys go out to see the red steps?
The staircase, the red staircase. I don't know. Did we? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. I don't think we did.
I thought that was like a big thing for if somebody comes to New York, they would want to see the red steps, because a lot of people take pictures on the red steps for some reason, because they just they glowing. They just there, and then from there you could see
we were over by the main billboard where the clock where they count down.
Oh, okay, that was on that side.
Yeah. So by the red steps you could see that clearly.
Yeah,
that little section.
It was cool. I was like, man,
really cool.
Look at this. This is wild. Y'all live in this too? Like, this is crazy. All day, just lights all the time. This is wild. I'm over here like it's dark in the desert.
That's my picture of Arizona now.
You can see the
dark desert.
We're gonna have to go to Arizona. We all have to go visit Trend.
Yeah, come out here. It's a nice breakaway from all the busyness, because it's definitely not as busy as it is out there. Just the same, it's not as busy as it is in like California. California and New York are busy. Here it's like, yeah, I can get with this. It's a nice little thing. It has its moments where we out here popping, but then other than that, it's just like, all right, we chilling. We have straight roads. We don't have crazy traffic, you know, where we're waiting 3 hours in it. We don't have a lot of taxi cabs and crap like that. You know what I mean? That shit was wild. Like, it was cool. It was great. It was great.
All right, so I got one question. Y'all, do you have to like drive 30 minutes to get to a store or something?
No. Oh gosh, no. No.
I don't know how it works everywhere else. I'm just saying, because I came out to Albany and it's just, you gotta have a car. You gotta see, living in the city, you got 4 corners. Like, you're like, oh, which store I want to go to? This store don't got what I need, so I'm gonna just go to this corner right here, and it's all closed. And it's like, how y'all make money and y'all all do the same thing? But then usually be looking like they all own the same stuff, so it's like family and stuff. But for me, that it breaks my heart if I go out of New York and I can't get a corner store. Like, just walking outside drives me mad. I'm like, this is Twilight Zone.
Yeah, we don't have on every corner, I guess. Yeah, we don't really have like corner stores out here. I mean, it depends on your definition of a corner store, because I mean, we got a lot of liquor stores and stuff like that, and like we don't got like bodegas and stuff like that, but we got like our mom and pop shops sometimes. But it's never like, let me just walk outside, oh, there it is. It's like, yeah, you gotta drive maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes somewhere, but we're not out like in the boonies. Like, we're not, at least I'm not. I'm in the Phoenix metro area, so it's good. Like, we're not out in like the west side of like Yuma, where it is desert and you do gotta drive 30 minutes to go get something. Like, we're not that. All
right, so no Courage the Cowardly Dog, like middle of nowhere.
If you want that, I can take you there.
No. I'm fine with that.
He said, drop me in the middle of Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, and I'll be fine. Like,
be like this.
Yes.
While you were there, did you try the pizza?
Did we? I tried a lot of food. Bunny was over here feeding
I think we definitely had pizza, but we had pizza uptown in the Heights.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Brooklyn. We didn't have it in Brooklyn, and then saved Dominican food. Just like just all the shit.
Random.
You know, really, I feel like you should have had Jamaican food, like with an attitude. You know, the Jamaicans with the attitude, how the food is real good.
Mm-hmm.
But next time y'all come to New York, we got to take you to, you know, either Flatbush Jamaican with attitude or somewhere like in like the Bronx, because that's where they extra Jamaican.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay. But I will say, New York ruined pizza for me.
We went to the wrong place.
No. It ruined it in a good way.
It was like honestly,
I don't like pizza from nowhere else anymore. I don't like pizza from anywhere else anymore. And when I tell you, like, listen. So we left Times Square and we was going to Brooklyn. On the way, because I wanted to see the bridge. On the way to there, we stopped and we got some pizza. I don't know where this place was. I really should have marked it on my phone because like the day before I left, I was like kind of feeling. But you already went home, so I need a pizza. And there's no more. I have to go back here. That pizza was $1.50 of the best shit I ever fucking had. It was just bread, sauce, and cheese. And I don't know how. I've had bread, sauce, and cheese before, but this shit was the best tasting fucking shit I ever had. It's the best pizza ever. It was so good. It was so good. I don't understand. What is it? What are they doing?
Honestly,
you muted.
You muted.
Sorry. So it's because the water in New York has a specific flavor and consistency, and it affects the dough in a certain type of way.
She said New York has pizza crack water, and that's what makes it so good. And I mean that in the best way too. Like where you, like you said, you're like, I'm fiending. Like I really should have marked this place down. That lets you know that they put a little something in it, and you're like, yeah, give me that. Give me some more of that water.
A little extra something.
It was like we didn't. It wasn't. It's like we made a left, and then we made a right, and then we made another left, and then we went back that way because it wasn't over there. It was on that side. I don't know where the fuck we were. I can't get back there.
Listen, we were all right. So we were basically, you know where J Street is, J Street Metro Tech. So right up from there, just like right up the block, there's a pizza spot right there. So that's where we went. That's where I usually went because I used to live out there and over in Fort Greene. So I would just go up there, get a slice of pizza, and keep pushing.
Keep it moving.
That was my spot. You know, but the thing about New York pizza, it's all different, and nobody says that. It's all different. Every place has their own specific how do you say, texture, flavor type of thing going on. Like some are more crunchy. If you go to this spot, it's more crunchy. If you go to this spot, it's a little bit more soft.
Go to Patsy's,
this one might have crunchy and soft.
Patsy's is going to be flimsy. Patsy's got the flimsy, but it's good though. It slaps. And it goes like this. It ain't even and then other places I like the crisp. You know where you want to go. It's like by Pratt College, Pratt Pizza. You ever had Pratt Pizza by Pratt College? It's like it's the crispy. So. It's like what Patsy's would have if Patsy was a little bit crispy. So it's like it's just really. It depends on what you're looking for.
I did experience that because we went to another place in Brooklyn and they had the crispy bottom pizza, and it was different, but it was still good. It was still really good pizza. It was just very different. And then I came home and I was like, fuck this shit. I don't like pizza.
No, it was funny because she hit me up one day and she was like, yo, I found a spot. I was like, what? She was like, I found a spot that tastes like the pizza in New York. I'm like, okay, I'm like wondering now. I'm like, damn, what does pizza outside of New York taste like now?
Not like that.
Not travel much, so
even like that place, it's a band-aid. It ties me over. It gets rid of that. It's like you know when people are on drugs and they have to give them like a different type, like if you're on heroin, they give you like some type of morphine to like help you transition and get you off the drug, you know what I mean? It's like that pizza is like helping me to make it through because I don't have the New York crackwater pizza.
Trademark it. New York crackwater pizza. Okay. But also, if you think about it, New York is a giant melting pot. So it makes sense as to why every single pizza out there is completely different. Where out here, it's just like you can probably get the same standard pizza in Arizona. Or it's like this. It's just like this. California, Mexican food. You go outside of California, Mexican food is not the same. It is not the same. It's like Tex-Mex and whatever bland crap. But then you do find a spot, you're like, this is the closest to it. But it's still not California pizza. I mean, Mexican food, you know what I mean? Same thing with New York. It's like New York has that staple of like, this is our pizza, even if it's different, you're like, this is how our pizza is. And then you go outside and you're like, damn, I really could go take a flight. How much are flights? 200? All right, bet. Let me go and do it real quick. Let me just loop back to the airport.
Expensive piece of pizza.
But I do remember, like, I remember the pizza that we had. Also, Bunny is an amazing cook, so all her food was delicious. I was like, I guess I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna now be a roommate. I'm dropping everything that I have in my life to be here with Bunny. But she did take me to what is it, Grand Station, the like
Grand Central Station.
Yeah, and we had oysters, and I was like, I feel like I need to put out now. Like, I feel like I need to give Bunny my cookie because it was like the best experience I've ever had, especially first time being there. It was amazing. She's like, yeah, get this. I was like, Bunny, do you want?
It had the constellation, so we saw the Aries constellation when we were seeing oysters. It was.
Yep.
It was bossy energy. Ow.
Yep, it was great. It was great. I saw the rat, but I didn't scream. I was like, Jesus, that thing is huge. And Bunny's like, what? Like, it didn't even like phase her. I'm like, ma'am, there's a whole marsupial that just like ran past her right there.
Oh my God. She's like, oh yeah, that's the thing. You gotta remember that other people don't know this is the thing.
Yeah, I was like, that is like as big as a dog. Like, why does it have a purse? Why does it have a watch? Like, why is it another human right here? It's so giant.
It's
And
the
then
pizza.
like
They
the,
found
like
in the
I
crust.
was
they eating pizza crack water.
New York pizza crack.
Yeah, but it was funny because I told her, I was like, I just want to see some stoops. Don't know why. I just want to see some stoops. We saw a lot of stoops. We saw a lot of men on the stoops. I was like, oh God, I forgot the guys out here. No offense to the New York guys, because some of y'all was looking really good, but a lot of y'all was not coming correct. And I was like, I'm not used to this. Like, you're not about to whisper and at me. No, don't do that to me. And Bunny was just like, doot, 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 doot. I was like, Bunny, like,
you go through it in New York. It's like the rat been there forever.
Yeah.
The stupid doops been there forever. It's just the crazy dude on the corner yelling obscenities belligerently. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, it's just so wild. Like, hey, you looking thick, Ma? And I was like, yeah, she is thick, but you yelling at her. Why? And she's just like, okay, thanks, bye. And I was like, what's going on here? You're not gonna yell at them? You're not gonna flip them off? Like, she's like, no, that's just every day or whatever. She's like, no, they be over there all the time. They just be talking shit. And I'm like, this is why I definitely had Taurus written on my forehead the entire time. Even like the fire station call box or whatever, like you have a police one and you have a fire one, and I was like, what is this thing? I took a picture of it. Why? Don't know. I took a picture. I've never seen them.
The red call box.
Yeah, the call box. Yeah. I'm like, what is this? This is amazing. Show me more of New York. And it was great. I didn't want to leave, but I had to. We should go back.
Listen, I was not taking Jigs near any stoops and near any of those two. I was like, nah, I'm protecting you out here as much as I can. That's just how I am. That's how I am. I'm like, nah.
When we were down there, we were at night because we were at the con during the day. So we took off like afterwards. And we saw like we got to walk through some of Brooklyn, and I got to see like the brownstones and stuff. So that was neat. Then we walked around by the bridge and got to see like the different boroughs. Is that where we were at? And I saw the statue. She was way over there. And that's when we went around the corner, and I had to walk near the rat. And the rat, it was only one direction, and there wasn't like, I couldn't like get on this side away from it. And that motherfucker was just like, I'm coming with y'all. And I was like, no. He was like, don't run, because if you run, they like run towards you. And I'm like, fuck, how do we do this?
Jig, you just had a Pokemon encounter. You was in the wild, you was in the tall grass, a Rattata popped up, and you was like, oh shit, what do I do? Do I run? If you run, it's not gonna let you. Yeah.
She said run.
We're not playing with this one today. I don't got time for this battle.
She said, left-handed, go. And then he's like,
I must have been a Pokemon at that instant. I'm like, I'm ready to go. And you're like, oh, no? Oh, okay.
No, I did not like. I also didn't enjoy the cold. But that's because I don't like being cold. I'm a Californian. I've been a Californian my whole life. I only know rain and sun. That's it.
I felt so bad.
It wasn't cold when I went. It did rain once, and I was like, wow, look at the rain here. Like, bro, it's water from the sky from any other place. You know what I mean? But I was like, it's New York rain.
New York crackwater rain.
Yeah. And then I was all excited for the police. I was like, look at the police. It's actual New York Police Department. You know what I mean? And like, why am I excited about the police? This doesn't make no sense. The sirens, I'm like, ooh. Like, I was a big tourist.
I guess that's a normal thing.
We don't have beat cops like that. Like cops that are just like out on the sidewalk walking around like, hey, I'm just like, copping this block. Nah, we don't have those.
None.
The police only come when they are called. We don't just be happy. You can't just walk around the corner and be like, oh, there's a cop.
Yeah, it was a lot of that.
No, that's, yeah.
I literally asked them, I was like, why are they fucking everywhere? Like, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
We were by a precinct. Walking, and she was like, why are there so many cop cars over here? And I'm like, I don't know. And because I'm like, I'm not thinking about it. And then I look and I'm like, oh shit, that's precinct. Okay, that's why all these damn cars are here. I'm like, there's no parking. Maybe it's that, because in New York, parking is stupid as hell. But
I will non-existent.
Yeah, I will say this though. I did try to read one of your guys' parking signs, like don't park at this time, but do and then don't. And I was like, there's like 15 things you got to go through, and none of it made any sense whatsoever. I'm like, so you should just put don't park here and then call it a day. Like, from this time to this time, you can only face this way at this. And I was like, what is this? But I will say this, New York, y'all got some amazing style out there. All the people I was seeing out there, different outfits, different styles, different flares, different attitudes, and I was feeling all of it. Even at the club, I don't know what club we went to when we did the May 4th, the May the 4th be with you, whatever.
May the 4th be with you.
Everybody there was just so beautiful, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want to leave, but I can't live here. The California me just won't let me live there, but I was like, I'll definitely come back and visit.
Only in the summertime.
Yeah. I just scarred her after the last visit, because when we were in the line for the convention. All right, so before we left, she was like, "Should I take you like your cardigan?" No, you had a cardigan on. I think you wanted to take a sweater.
And I was like, "Should I bring my hoodie?"
I was like, "Nah, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good." Not thinking about how the line was gonna be like 3-4 Manhattan blocks long, and then also by the water.
I was ready for that because I saw
it was the wind.
We could see the line from my hotel room. We could see how long the line was. And so I was ready for the line. But what I underestimated, you're right, was the wind. I underestimated the wind. It was windy as fuck.
Almost flew away. I'm serious. Like, I'm like, let me not turn my back, because I'm like, I'm gonna just head on. Like, no, but I had my jacket though. That's why I felt bad, because I'm always gonna have a jacket or something. But she was like, I didn't think we were gonna be that long. Honestly, I don't know why, but there hasn't been a con in a minute, and everybody's like, yo, we don't know when we're gonna be able to do this again. So everybody and their freaking mama wanted to be there, and I'm like, shit. Like, that line was like on some Pac-Man shit. Like, it was a maze. Like, I was like, where does it end? Like, it shouldn't be, it goes this way, comes down this block, comes back down this way, goes that way. I'm like, then people started fusing with the line, just saying, fuck this shit.
There was a line fusion at every block.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
All I know is I was ready. I was like, I wish you would cut it from me.
Was the wind? But then also, when they all fused together and got to the convention, this is the part neither one of us seen this shit coming. In the parking lot of the convention center, once you got to the parking lot, there was an additional snake of a line. It zigzagged back and forth. It was like at least 6 rows deep, and that motherfucker was barely moving. They had only given one entrance to the convention, and people had been in the line once we got up there and found other people who were snaking, who had been in line for a good 3 hours already. And so by that time, my nose was running. I was very cold. I was like looking from that parking lot. I could see my hotel building. I couldn't see my room, but I could see my building. And I was like, should I go back and get my hoodie? I think I'm gonna go back.
That's when I was like, ding. I was like, hey, how about you go back and get your jacket and I'll just hold our spot in the line, which I should have thought of before. And then once she was like, okay, they want to start yelling freaking, what did they say?
They said
what concert was that?
They said Astro
World. Oh yeah, Astro World. They're yelling Astro World when they
opened up another door, and it got really scary for a second because like there was the rush and people not knowing why people were rushing, and then people figuring out that it was the door opening, and then somebody said Astro World, and it was just like, but a lot of people had just been.
Yo, my anxiety. I was like, nah. I was ready. I was like, who first?
That's not even funny.
Wow.
It felt very unsafe.
Oh
my God.
We got out of the crowd.
Take care of yourselves out here in these times.
That's
wild. It was, but there was no casualties or anything. You know, everybody got in, and it was very quick, which was very weird. Why that line even existed in the first place? Because they literally funneled into one door. They gave them the band if they had their vaccination or whatever, and that was it. You were in. I'm like, bro, why did this line exist? There's people there from like 9 and then get into like 1, and I'm like, it's weird. This is very weird. Oh, and they had no staff outside. It was cold as shit. No staff. All the staff was inside. I'm like, bro, you ain't got no line tamers out here. Like, come this way. Nah, y'all all inside sipping coffee and shit. Just looking like, damn.
That's the first place we went to, inside to get a warm drink. That was so fun.
I was like, I mean, killing out there. If they would have had the tea out there with the line, what?
Yep, for sure. But no more New York if it's not summer. No more. That's just for me. You know, you guys travel at your own risk. I don't like cold. Don't like it. It's not my thing.
We'll go together.
I'm like, 60 is nice, you know. And she's like, what? Your 60 is not the same as my 60.
It's not. It is not. And I live in Long Beach. I live near the water. But 60 degrees here is not 60 degrees there. Because that was a 55-degree day there. I could do 55 degrees here, but there's still something y'all got ice in the air all the time.
That don't make no sense. Wild. Everything
cold
about New
out
York
here.
is just crazy. I love it. It's crazy though. Just saying.
So yeah, that was pretty much New York in a nutshell. Definitely want to go back. Definitely got more things to see. We gotta do some more crazy Aries shit. We had like, you know, a couple hours here and there after the con. We gotta go turn up. Oh, we did turn up at the party. We went to let me say it right, RDC One World.
Something like that.
RCD. What is it? I want to say it properly.
I'll be mixing up the letters. I'm terrible.
I think it's RDC World.
RDC World. RDC One.
It's RDC World 1.
RDC World 1. Okay. We went to their party. And I believe it was hosted by Land Party. And we definitely had a great time. It was really, really fun. Before that, I think we got super lit. What was we drinking? Henny Mike showed up.
Wait, did we get the Douce? I could have swore we got the Douce.
We did, because I don't really like Hennessy.
I was like, if I don't got the Henny, I'll do the Douce. It's one or the other. I'm fine with both. I don't do the light stuff. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm hearing is I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna try to find the next flight available and see what happens. Because I know summertime in New York means sundress, and sundresses mean cheeks, which means I'm gonna be on these suits, hooting and hollering at the ladies walking by, like, "Hey, ma!" Like it's a whole thing. Also, Bunny had me saying, I still say dead ass to this day because of Bunny, all the time. If I picked anything from New York, it was that. That's all I have.
Love that.
Love it. Yeah, the party was great. We bought Douce, but then at the party they had Hennessy. I was thinking about because they had
that was Henny Mike.
Yeah, that was Henny Mike.
You can't tell me open bar.
It was an open bar, and we turned up. We was lit. Afterwards, we went back to the homie's crib and hung out and got to chill a little bit. And we did not get inside doors until the sun was up. I had my first chopped cheese. I thought it was going to be something different than it was, put it like that. It did what it needed to do, but I thought it was going to be something different. Will I eat a chopped cheese again? Probably not. But it was an experience and I was there for it. What I am here for is bodegas. Like those need to be everywhere in all the cities because that shit is out. No, listen, walking down the stairs and having that selection of shit is what everybody needs in life.
Privilege. The New York privilege.
You could go get a smoothie, you could go get a sandwich, you could go get a bagel. It don't even fucking matter. It's just like right there. But yeah, so we'll have to do New York one of these days.
When I took you to Chinatown.
Oh wait, yeah, we did go. We did go to Chinatown. That's where I got my boba sling, you guys. I have a necklace now that holds my boba cup so that I don't have to hold my cup. It's perfect because there's a shop nearby. I can go walk my dog, and sometimes like he'll pull on the leash while I'm holding my cup, and it's just very annoying. Now I could put it there, my boba is secure, and we can have a happy walk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We definitely gotta go to New York again. We gotta get the girls can't geek out there and do some cat calling on the stoop to the pretty ladies.
Let me holla.
Let me holla. So this episode again is all about Aries. We just did a NYC recap, but do you guys have any closing remarks about Aries, about fire signs in general?
I'll just say y'all are awesome. I love you guys. Love you guys a lot more than other signs. So if you need someone in the shadows, hit me up. While they out here doing the front stuff, I'm doing the stuff in the back. It makes a perfect sandwich, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right there.
Noted.
I think the one closing remark I would leave is whenever you think about an Aries, look at don't ask what an Aries does to you. Ask what you could do like an Aries, because you have a relation to where that spot is in the sky. It's your responsibility to be able to adapt with it and use it without demonizing the energy that comes from that part of the constellation, New York or not, wherever you at on this planet.
Love that. And I'm just gonna say, just be a little bit nicer to us, please. Like, you don't bring out the energy that you don't want to see. That's about it.
We're energy matchers a lot of the time, and so come with the energy you want to see. You want to see coming back back at you. Also, take the time and get to know us. Don't write us off just because you hear that we're in Aries. because we're generally positive people, and we like folks, and we want to have the situation go well. So don't come at us sideways. You come straight up, we come straight up. You turn sideways, we match your energy. We sideways, okay, we sideways. What we doing over here? Oh man, thank you guys so much for coming on. If you guys have anything to plug, go ahead and plug it now as we close out. We'll go in the same order.
Well, I want to say thank you for you guys inviting me onto this show. I don't really do podcasts or anything like that, so I was a little nervous, just a little tad bit. But you guys have been awesome this whole time, and I feel like part of the gang, which is cool too. So appreciate you guys.
Welcome.
Oh, and for whoever's watching this, go follow me if you want to see some crazy random art and laugh a lot, because I tell a bunch of corny jokes. So follow me, LeftHanded.One. It's on Instagram. That's the only thing you should be following me on, because I don't really do anything else. Yeah.
Thank you.
I already said it once, I'm gonna say it again. This is your girl SDTrinity, part of the Squirtle Squad. You know what I mean? I'm doing heavy work on Twitch right now. I'm SDTrinity on everything. You can find me. Also, if you guys want a game together, just let me know, because there's a few games I got that requires multiplayer. So hit me up and we can stream together and all that fun stuff. So yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll take a good crack at talking Aries energy any fucking time. I love you, Aries. I just want the world to be able to love you just as much as I fucking do. But you already know I'm Bunnymightgameu, BUNNYMIGHT, on every single thing. I am working on brand new music that is to be released just in time for BlurredCon. So those are the things you can see me at. You can, for everything else, just search at Bunnymightgameu.
All right, and I am your host, Jiggly Senpai, Jiggly Senpai 3 on Instagram and Twitch. I've been saying this for a while, but I really am about to get back to streaming on Twitch soon. I couldn't decide what I wanted to start with, which is what most of the hesitation was, but you know what I'm saying? My war partner right here, my planner, my partner in action and crime, Trent, she gave me some really good ideas, and we're about to make those pop.
It's gonna be so lit.
Follow me on Twitch, turn on your notifications so that you see when I do stuff.
She's gonna be doing some stuff too. She's gonna be doing some stuff. Okay, I gave some good ideas. Y'all be ready.
Be ready.
First off, you really got the shades on right now. You gonna pop out the shades at the last minute?
I gotta leave a lasting impression.
Oh man. All right, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. This has been Senpai Frennns. Peace.